What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to go and pick up and install something that I've been desperately needing for my 701. So I'm heading down to Riding Rubber to pick up my new Quickshifter for the bike. It's something that I've been absolutely dying for. I can't ride the thing without it anymore. Call me soft, I don't care. I just need it, I miss it. I had it on my Jigsaw and yeah. Anyway, if you've ridden with a Quickshifter, you get it. So let's go pick that up, get it on the bike and go from there. Okay, we have the things. It's time to get home, install it, and I know what you're thinking, why didn't you ride there? It's because I don't want to work on a hot bike. If you've worked on a hot engine, you know why. It's not like I'm working deeply on this engine, but I just don't want to. I'm gonna get home, jump in the garage, get this thing slapped on. What are you beeping at? Shush. And then go for a ride. Let's go. Alright guys, we're back in the garage. We've got the wiring harness and we've got the module kit. We're going to start taking a couple of bits off the bike and get this thing installed. Now it should be a pretty simple process. I have installed one of these on a bike in the past which actually had 4 cylinders. This only has 1, which means there's only 1 spark line to pick from, kind of, because there's 2 spark plugs, 1 cylinder. Let's not get stuck into that, but it should be pretty simple. However, I am fully aware that this might cause a little bit of an issue with something, because my riding style, I rev match on the downshift. If you know how this works, the sensor just goes on the shifter, so every time you push that shifter, it actually cuts ignition timing or spark or whatever it is, and it actually kind of pulls away the ability to rev, which means I either need to change my riding style or I'm going to try to make some adjustments to see if it doesn't work on the downshift. I don't have a lot of confidence in that. Let's see if we can make this happen. Now I'm just laying everything out at the moment. Once I know exactly where everything's going to go, rather than me trying to fiddle around and explain things twice, once it's all laid out, I'll start clipping things in and I'll show you guys exactly how to do this. So sit tight, this isn't going to take long. So far this has been the easiest installation of my life. All I needed was the 10mm spanner and that was just for the earth. I am going to run you through where all the connectors go. It is extremely self-explanatory, but some people aren't exactly mechanically minded, but they want to do these things themselves, and that's a great way to learn. And these plugs, plug and play sort of systems, are a really good place to start. But before I show you that, I've plugged it in, we should be able to start it up, and there should be a green LED once we're on idle. Let's have a look. So we have a special guest. You say hi? Good boy. Good job. Okay, that's enough. He's obsessed with the garage, aren't you, buddy? So this is the main little control box, and you can see the LED light there. Turn the key on, it should turn red. Yep, we're red. And when I start the bike, that should turn green. Let's find out. Coffee break. Alright, so the next step will be to install the actual sensor, but we'll chat about that in a moment. Quickly, I'm going to run you guys through how to get it to this step. Alright, I do apologise for the lighting. We'll get there one day, guys, when I've got a proper workshop. But this is the Quickshifter module. Just keep in mind that that will have to be somewhere within reach of the shifter of the next cable we're about to install. Hence why I haven't cable tied anything in place yet. It's just kind of roughed. And then down inside here, you can see that I've got that on the earth. So that there, steel bolt into the steel chassis, the little earth strap, it's just this little eyelet. You should be able to work that out. Make sure that's nice and tight. You definitely don't want that to come loose. Alright guys, so this is one of the coil plugs that comes with this kit. Now this is a fairly bike specific kit, so it's got 2 of these plugs. If you have 1 or if you have 3 cylinders, you'll just need to plug off this. There's a little piggyback thing, or you can just plug it back into itself. But all you do is you disconnect one of your coils, spark plugs, you know what I mean, and then plug that into that, and then tuck that in, and then that one goes onto the coil. So that's a little piggyback plug kit. It's as simple as that, no cutting, no dodgy little wires. This is my little oil pressure sensor, so I know I'm making a little bit clunky here, but that's it guys, that's as easy as that. Alright guys, so now it's time to install the sensor.
Now this bike in particular, it only has the bolt straight through into the gearbox. That's okay, it does come with a bolt for this type of bike as well. This is definitely not my preferred version, but it's the only way to install a quick shifter on this bike that I'm aware of. Step one, let's take this bolt out. And now I'm not routing anything properly yet, I'm just installing it to test. So I've just got the sensor bolted on there. We are going to check the torque on that because it has to be very specific. And then the cable running up and we're plugged into the module. Let's start the bike and then we're just going to test to see if it's functioning. Alright guys, once you've installed the app onto your phone, follow the instructions. It's super simple. Read what it says, answer the questions, and then just run it through the test. That was the easiest setup of anything I've ever installed on a bike. So well done to Healtech, because this thing's really good. Obviously there's going to be a little bit of back and forth, testing things, little bits and pieces, because I do want to adjust things to get the sensitivity right. There's a lot of adjustment you can do on this thing all through the app. Super simple. Let's go tidy this thing up, get it back together, and then it's time to ride it. Torque wrench onto that main bolt where the sensor is. 6 Newton meters on this bike. Every bike's different. Make sure you double check that stuff, and if you don't have a torque wrench, get one. It's the best tool you can have. Protect your bike. If you're going to pull things apart, put it back together properly. Let's go. Alright guys, I've left the cover off, and yeah, she's due for a little bit of degreaser. But as you can see, that's torqued down to 6 Newton meters, all cable tied down nice and tight, as far away from the chain as I can. Pop the cover back on there. That line goes up with the factory loom as well, of course, as far away from the exhaust as possible. And then up into here. Now I've mounted this a little bit funny. I know it looks strange. Now the reason I've done that is so that we can see the little LED there if I ever have a problem. Be able to spot it quickly, work out what the issue is. Then from there we've got the main harness running down, all tucked up nice and neat. You can't even really tell that it's there except for these colourful wires here, and then that earth cable nice and tight, tucked up under there, no issues at all. If I was to get pulled over and for some reason look at this, that's going to stand out way more than that little box. Now the only thing left to do, test ride this thing and give it a little bit of tuning, get this thing as good as we can, but that's going to come up in the next video. So make sure you click that subscribe button and I'm going to take it for a ride, give you guys my first thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, we'll see you in the next one.